What is up, guys? My name is Colin, and this is part 2 of making an album on my own. Let's get it. So today's video is gonna be kind of like an update about what I've been doing, where I'm at, and sort of like a video to start working on some things that are a little different. I'm not even gonna be making any music. Today I'm gonna be painting. I'm gonna be trying to make an album cover for my album. So basically, I've been kind of like trying to figure out how to make a... For the last week, I've been trying to really think of a good album cover, and I came up with a cool idea, like this eerie, indie kind of style album cover. And I made this in Photoshop. I kind of like how it looks, but I figured maybe if I try to paint it and come up with something, make it like a collage, maybe use some real parts of my photo with the painting and put them together, maybe I can come up with something cool for the album. I bought these little canvas sheets to paint on, and I have a bunch of acrylic paints and some paintbrushes, and I'm gonna go back to my roots and try to come up with something cool. But yeah, let's get into it. Well, first of all, I'm gonna give y'all a little update of what's been going on. I haven't been making much music lately, and I took kind of a break from really getting into it for these last few days, but I did have some luck getting into the flow and really making something cool, and so I made my interlude called Reasons. Having that work out kind of brought the light back into me, it feels like, a little bit. I really liked how it turned out, and it gave me a bit of hope for what's gonna happen and how this is gonna turn out. But I want to switch it up today, so we're gonna paint. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my setup is kind of whack to paint, but I'm gonna make it work and we're gonna see what happens. The first thing I'm gonna do is look at my reference for what I had in Photoshop and try to, I guess, repaint it in a stylistic way and try to get it pretty close to what it looks like, but we're gonna see how that turns out. I don't really know yet. And by the way, thank you for the people who decided to follow me and see what I come up with. I hope I can make something cool for y'all at the end of all this. But yeah, thanks for joining me in the making of this album. I appreciate y'all. It sounds kind of stupid, but one of my favorite things about albums are the covers. People don't really appreciate them as much as I feel like they should. And there are so many cool covers out there, and so I really wanted to make something cool, something that made people kind of wonder what it was trying to say and give a weird kind of feeling that also kind of, represents the feeling throughout the album. And so once people listen to it, my hope is that they kind of understand the album cover more after, All right, y'all. I whipped together a pretty basic sketch here, but I think it is pretty close to what the picture is, but I don't want to get into any detail really at all until I start painting. So I think what I need for the pencil part, and now I'm gonna try to get into the painting part. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of struggling to see the vision, but I'm just blocking out the darks, seeing if I can get the shapes right, and just kind of being really loose with it, not really trying to make anything perfect until I start going in with color and a little brush. But yeah, we're gonna keep moving and see if it turns out cool. I don't know. At this point, I kind of felt like maybe I should just take the L and give up on this idea, because I was not feeling the painting at first, and I was not feeling painting in general. It was feeling weird because I haven't done it in so long. But I just kept pushing through, hoping for the best. I'm taking the L today, y'all, because I don't have any black paint, and I really need it. So I will see y'all whenever I have black paint. Hello, guys. It is another day. I have gotten some black paint, and this pretty cool little brush that I'm gonna try to use for detail. But yeah, we're back to it. Let's get it. These past few days, I've been kind of thinking about why I even want to do all this in the first place, and what would be the point of me making an album and making it in all these different ways and trying to really show myself in all these different things. And I've came to the conclusion that I really just want to do it because I know it's possible, and in my head I see a picture of something that could be so awesome. And so at the end of the day, I think I'm really just doing this because I know the potential of what could happen, what this could be, what I could make. And I know that if I continuously keep trying to make something cool and work on it all the time, eventually I'll get to a place where, I'm happy with it. And honestly, that doesn't really happen that much, me being happy with the art I make, and I think that's because I've never really put this much effort into one piece of art, being this album, you know. I've never really committed this much time to creating something, and I think that's why I've never really had a chance at making something that people really found interesting. And so I'm hoping that if I really believe in this and I keep going for this, eventually I will make something that other people can enjoy with me and other people can relate to, and I guess relate to who I am and the life that I've lived, and hopefully they can hear that in this album. But yeah, I've been really wanting to make a powerful piece of art for a long time, something that is me and can help others who feel the same way I do in all kinds of different things in life. And so I hope that this album can do that for some people. This album can make people feel something that, you know, they've been kind of looking for somebody to say. That's kind of how this album feels for me when I listen to it. And I hope it'll do the same for others. All right, guys, it has been a minute, and I have finished the painting. So this is kind of how it turned out. It's pretty simple, basic, copying the same picture I showed y'all earlier. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna mix the two together. So I'm gonna have parts of it look real and parts of it look painting-like. That's why I kind of left it really rough in some spots, because I want that rough look in like the grass and stuff. Plus, I feel like the picture I used for the grass is like probably copyrighted, so I kind of need to cover it up anyways. That's what I'm gonna do next. But yeah. So after a minute of messing around in Procreate, this is sort of what I've came up with. I mixed the two together in a really interesting way, so I have some of the really painty looking grass at the bottom. My face and my hand and my legs are not painting, but this grass on the side, that's painting, and so it's got like a weird canvas kind of mixed look to it. It adds like another layer to detail that I really like, that just makes it look more interesting. And so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I like these canvas edges, and you can kind of see it go along. You see some at the top up there too. That shows the texture. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. All right, guys, that'll be the end of today's update. Thank you guys for watching. I'm glad you're here to see what I come up with. I hope y'all like the album cover. And if you don't, let me know what you think should change, or what I could change about it to make it look better, or if I need to restart completely. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you being here to see what I do, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.